All right, let's dive into the brand new Forbes Top Creators list. Because what it's showing us, it's not just a trend, it's a massive power shift in all of media and entertainment. And it really starts with the numbers.
Okay, let's just kick things off with a number that's kind of hard to wrap your head around. $853 million. That's what the top 50 creators alone earned this year. And get this, it's up a whopping 18% from 2024. This isn't just pocket change. We're talking about a serious transfer of wealth.
And with that kind of money comes some absolutely staggering influence. That same group of 50 people, they have a combined following of 3.4 billion. Billion! Their audience grew 24% in just 1 year. We're talking about a following that's literally bigger than the population of entire continents put together. It's wild. But look, these aren't just empty numbers or vanity metrics. They point to the single biggest idea we're going to talk about today. Creators are not just influencers anymore. That word is starting to feel small. No, they are the new moguls. They are the entrepreneurs building the media empires of the future, and they're doing it right now.
And this quote from Ryan Dieter, the CEO of Influential, he just nails it. The dollars are going into the hands of creators who are now the new media channels. See, the money isn't just for a quick ad anymore. It's now funding entire media operations, all owned and run by these individuals. So the big question is how? How are they pulling this off? Well, it's not just about getting lucky and going viral. There is a very clear playbook that all the top players are using to turn that online fame into a real lasting business empire.
And that playbook, it really breaks down into 3 core steps. Step 1, you've got to build a huge, loyal community. But here's the key. Step 2 is to diversify. You have to move beyond just depending on ads. And that leads to step 3, the real end game, launching your very own brands, your own products, your own companies.
And you can see this exact playbook in action everywhere you look. I mean, MrBeast isn't just making YouTube videos anymore, right? He's a mogul with feastable snacks and his own record-breaking show on Amazon Prime. You've got Alex Cooper, who turned to Call Her Daddy into a whole podcast network and a beverage company. And then there's Rhett and Link. They're basically VCs now, with a fund for other creators and their own streaming channels. It's incredible.
So what happens when they run this playbook? Well, the result is this fundamental shift in the entire entertainment world. You know those old, really clear lines between being a social media star and being a traditional Hollywood celebrity? Yeah, those are pretty much gone. They're just completely dissolving.
And what's emerged is a totally new path to stardom. Think about it. The old way was all about gatekeepers. You had to go to auditions, get picked by a studio, hope for a network deal. The creator path just flips that whole script. Now you build the audience first, you connect with them directly, and then you leverage that power to launch your own stuff or sign massive deals, but on your own terms.
I mean, just look at MrBeast again. He didn't have to go pitch his show idea to a skeptical network executive. He created Beast Games, this massive production, and took it straight to Amazon Prime. And what happened? It smashed viewership records. It basically proved that a show led by a creator could go head-to-head with traditional studio content and win.
And we're seeing this even in live sports, which has been the fortress of traditional TV for decades. For as long as I can remember, big boxing matches were only on pay-per-view. But the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight? It streamed live, globally, on Netflix. A creator-led event completely took over one of the biggest nights in sports. That's a game changer.
And this crossover is even reaching the most traditional stages you can imagine. TikTok star Charli D'Amelio didn't just get a little cameo, she debuted in a starring role on Broadway. It's just definitive proof that having a massive online fan base can actually sell out real-world theaters.
The music industry is getting totally disrupted too. Addison Rae didn't have to wait around for a big record label to discover her. She just used her own audience to launch a music career, and one of her first songs got nearly 400 million streams. She basically became her own record label.
And if you're still sitting there thinking, okay, but this is all just stuff happening on our phones, I want you to think about this number, 1 billion. That's how many hours of YouTube are now watched on actual TV screens every single day. This isn't the sideshow anymore. This is prime time.
So this transformation has been absolutely massive. But a new wave of technology is about to hit that's going to make all of this happen even faster. The future of this whole creator economy, it's going to be powered by AI.
So how is AI going to change the game?
Well, for starters, it's going to let creators make even better content, but do it cheaper and way, way faster. And maybe the most important thing of all, by automating a lot of the tedious work, it actually promises to help solve creator burnout, which is one of the biggest, most persistent problems in this entire industry.
And the experts are all over this. Eric Sheraton over at Goldman Sachs points out that AI tools are going to lower the barrier to entry, making it easier for anyone to create, and he calls it a big relief for an economy that runs on a totally relentless schedule.
So, we've looked at the money, we've looked at the influence, the business models, and the tech that's coming. What's the one big thing you should take away from all of this? What does it all really mean for the future of media?
Well, it all comes down to this one simple, powerful conclusion. The term influencer is officially outdated. It just doesn't cut it anymore. As Forbes puts it, the only accurate word for this new generation of media masters is entrepreneurs. They're not just influencing culture anymore. They are actively building the companies that are going to define it.
Which leaves us with a really fascinating question to think about. If creators are the new studios, the new production houses, the new TV networks, then who's going to be tomorrow's biggest star?